Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make turkey meatballs using an air fryer. This recipe is very easy, it only takes about 15 minutes, so let's get to it. Today we're going to be using lean ground turkey. We also need fresh parsley, and as far as seasonings, we're going to be using salt, ground garlic, and pepper. You can definitely use fresh garlic, it'll give it a more fresh and better taste. But if you only have garlic powder, that is totally cool. You are gonna need one extra bowl, one extra plate, and a food scale. So now you may ask, why a food scale? Well, if your meatballs are all different sizes, then that means that the cooking time is going to be different for all of them. So we wanna make sure that when we make these, they're all relatively around the same size, so they take about the same time to cook. And the only way to know what size they are and to make sure that they're the right size is using a food scale. It won't take too long. We're going to be using 1 pound of ground turkey, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get a little ball of meat, put it in my food scale, and I want these to be about 2 ounces. So now I have an idea of what it's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning and my parsley and give this a good mix. If you're using the ground turkey that has a higher fat content, then making the meatballs is gonna be a little tricky because they're gonna stick to your hands a lot. So what I recommend in that case is adding some cooking spray to your hand before you start making the balls so your turkey doesn't stick onto your hands, and that'll really make a difference. Or also buying a ground turkey that has a lower fat percentage. This one I believe is a 97.3, and it has just the right amount of fat to where they're gonna be juicy, but it's not gonna be too much fat. Okay, so that's mixed in. 2 ounces, perfect. So you should get about maybe 10 to 9 meatballs. And don't worry if you go over about an ounce or you're under an ounce. We just want these to be as close as they can so they cook evenly. And of course, so they fit in our air fryer. This air fryer is seriously the best thing that I've bought in. I've cooked so many things in it. It doesn't take up too much space in my counter. And you don't necessarily have to clean it or wash it right away. So that's one of my favorite things. If I'm in a rush, I can just close it, leave it in the counter, and then rinse it a little bit later, and nothing's gonna happen to it, and my counter's not gonna look extremely messy. So I'm a big fan of the air fryers. They come in different sizes. I believe this one is 4-quart or 6-quart. I got this one at Costco, and it was on sale for like $175. It is Gourmet. And I've had it for almost 2 years, and it's worked great. I've cooked bagels in it. I've cooked chicken, steak, potatoes. I literally use it all the time. It's my favorite. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 meatballs, and they're all relatively the same size. The next step here is putting them in your air fryer. I'm gonna rinse my hands. Now, when you use the air fryer, you don't need to add any oils. You can if you would like to, or if you want them to be a little bit crispy. I found that helps, but you don't really need to. So, depending on what brand your air fryer is, this might look a little bit different, but I know that all of them have a temperature and a time button. So this is what I use most of the time, just to avoid going through any of the other options. For this recipe, we're gonna be adding 12 minutes, and for our temperature, it's gonna be at 385. At the 6-minute mark, you wanna give these a flip or just a little shake to make sure that all of them cook properly. And then once it beeps, and you can bring them out, let them cool for a little bit, and then set. I've gone ahead and made a first round so you guys get to look at what the end result is, but very easy. It took us just a couple minutes to prep. Now, when it comes to placing them inside, you want to make sure that they have enough space, and then just toss them about 6 minutes in. Once they're ready, another way to know if the meat is properly cooked is you can use a food thermometer. The temperature for ground turkey is 155, so you would just stick the thermometer to the middle of the meatball and then read your thermometer. If it shows anything under 155, you can leave them for a couple minutes. If it shows 155 or higher, then definitely pull them out. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Have a great day.